Hi, my name is Slattery. I'm doing my final project for practice development marketing class. I'm going to start off with showing you my books that I have with all the different tabs. The first one is all my research. So I have tabs for vertebral subluxation, wellness development care, subluxation condition care, chiropractic spinal, functional neurology, and then current mechanistic systems. So I have just a bunch of stuff in there. And then my second binder where I have my report of findings, my pre-visit, my progress review exam, my visit 1, healthcare class, and progress exam. And now I'm going to start my report of findings. Okay. It's good to see you again. So I'd like to take a minute and just share with you what I found after our first visit yesterday. Okay. I'm going to go over your x-rays and any other tests that we did yesterday as well. So when I did go over your exam and your x-rays, I am concerned about what I found. There's definitely damage in your spine and your nervous system. Okay. You have vertebral subluxation, which is actually a type of problem that we do see a lot here. So that's something that we can definitely help you with. Okay. But subluxation in your spine has been there for quite some time, and it's actually interfering in how you're functioning, how your body is doing. And this is what might be causing your discomfort. Okay? Right. Okay. And actually what science now shows is that subluxation can cause organs to function poorly and develop disease. So most of the damage in your I found on your x-rays, as I suspected, is actually coming right here in the top of your spine, okay. Or sorry, in the base of your neck as well. From what we talked about yesterday, do you remember what those nerves go to?
They affect my heart, right?
They do, your heart. And where else do they go to?
My lungs.
Right. So yeah, that's affecting your heart and your lungs. So how do you think that your lungs and your heart are working right now?
Not so well.
Right. So with as much damage as there is right now, how do you think if we left that damage in your spine, if we left that for 6 months or even 12 months, how do you think that your heart and your lungs will function then?
Not so good.
Not well at all, exactly. So, I mean, you're 23 years old, you're already on 2 different medications, you had neck pain for 3 years, and actually it's now starting to go down your arm, so you're feeling numbness and tingling. Yes. I mean, that's pretty serious. So if you don't get that corrected right now, where do you see yourself in 5 years or even 10 years? Right.
I'm scared now.
Yeah, well, don't be scared. I'm not going to let that happen to you, okay? This is why I scheduled for you to come in so we can look over your x-rays and tell you what we can do to help, okay? So we're going to be looking at your x-rays and going over all the recommendations I have for you, corrective exercises. We're going to go over the finances and insurance questions that you might have, and then any other questions that you have, we can go through all that today, okay? So please don't hesitate to ask any questions at any point, okay? So I know that you came into the office to see if we can help you, and we definitely can. I have no doubt in my mind. I mean, we see lots of people that come in with similar problems, and we're able to help them magnificently. So I'm going to go through exactly what should and shouldn't see on x-rays, because the more you understand about x-rays, the more you can get well, the faster you get well. So obviously we want you to see the results that you want to see. So a little bit about our office. We've been open for 3 years, and we see lots of people coming in with a similar situation as you, and they, like I said, they've been able to be helped. So I know that we're going to be able to help you, so you're in the right place. Right. You might have some insurance and financial questions, and we'll let you know that we do work with insurance, but a lot of people have extremely limited insurance, and but they're still able to come in and be under care because we make it affordable. So don't let that finances get in the way. We're going to get you healthy, and we're going to work with you to make that work. So a question I like to ask people, though, is who is responsible for your health?
I am.
Right. Well, see, yeah, you know the answer. The problem is, though, a lot of the people in our country believe that people that are responsible for our health are the doctors. So they go to the doctor, right? Who tells which doctor to go to? The insurance company. And not only are they telling you which doctor to go to, they're also telling you how long you can go to them for, what kind of treatments and what kind of medication or other things that they can give you.
Right.
So another one place in the industry that also is affecting your health could be, well, if you go home and watch TV, you're going to see commercials that, the drug companies, right? So, they're waiting for you to get sick, and then when you are sick, they're just going to be covering up the symptoms, right?
Okay.
So, how's that system working right now? Not good. Some people think it's working really well, and some say no, and some say it's in between. So actually 2 Harvard medical doctors got together, and they decided they're tired of people saying that, and they said, no, our healthcare is awesome. And so what they did is they took 37 countries, the most richest countries, because they wanted it to be, even level. So they compared, they had the same industrialization, money, and medical technology and everything. They said, let's compare apples to apples. Of the 37 countries, which country do you think spends the most on healthcare every year? We do, U.S.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And do you know that? Yeah, it's crazy. So you know how much we spend on the average person every year on healthcare?
I have no idea.
$8,000 to $8,500 per person a year. So we spend a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So you would think that we'd be most healthy, right?
Right. I would hope so.
We actually ranked we tied 37th out of 37 on how well our healthcare is actually working.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we take 75 to 80% of the world's drugs total out of all the other countries. So it's amazing, if we have the best healthcare and we spend the most money, then you would think we'd be the healthiest, but we're not.
Right.
My favorite question to ask people is, what is health, though? And I love asking that question because a lot of times if I were to go to the gym and people were walking out, they would say, how you look and how you feel, right?
Right.
And the problem is that you can't base your health on how you look and how you feel, because 100% of the people who have heart disease, what's the first thing that happens for them to find out? They have a heart attack, right? So they're walking around, laughing and having a good time, and then instantly, right? So if you were to base your health on how you look and how you feel, it just doesn't make sense, right? So actually, what health is how you're functioning, and that's what we're looking here today. So what we're looking for is, when we were looking at your x-rays, we noticed that you had quite a reduced curves in your neck. When we're looking at the spine, we want to see it to be straight front to back.
Right.
Okay, and then on the side, we want there to be 3 curves, 45 degrees here, here, and here. Okay. Now, when we took your x-rays, if you look here, you can see the 2 different. This is a normal x-ray, and this is what we want to see, and this is actually your x-ray. You can see that you have quite a bit of reduced curve in your cervical spine, so your neck. So your neck is actually going there. And when that happens, this spine is encasing around, protecting your spinal cord. And your spinal cord is so important because the brain sends messages down your spinal cord out through these spinal nerves. Now, if that's straightening here, that's going to put a lot of pressure on your spinal cord, and then it can also, if there's misalignments here, it can also put a lot of pressure on these nerves, not allowing those messages from that brain to get to the organs that you need to. Okay? So what we do as chiropractors here, we focus on correcting those curves. So you have those 45, 45, 45 degrees there to remove that pressure, to remove those interferences, to allow your body then to heal and function at 100%. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. So the next thing I just want to talk about is, in order for that to happen, those curves in your neck, that didn't happen overnight. Right. That was an ongoing thing. It's like, did you ever have braces when you were?
No.
Do you know anyone that had?
Yes.
Right. So you know that they didn't just get braces on for one day and then take them off and they're perfectly straight.
Right.
They had braces on, and it was a process of getting those teeth straight and then for them to hold.
Right.
Similar to your spine. It took a while for that, for your neck to straighten up like that, so it's going to take a little while for me to get those curves corrected. Okay. Does that make sense? Perfect. So what we're going to do is, if you want to move forward, we'd like to get you adjusted and start on with that process. My recommendations, in order for us to initially correct that curve, I'm going to ask you to come in 3 times a week for the next 6 weeks, and then we're going to do a re-exam to see how things are, how you're responding to those adjustments. Okay, and then we'll move forward with what the next step or next phase of care. So with that, I'm just going to go through the financial aspect of it. So I said 3 times a week for the next 6 weeks. So we do 2 ways. You can either pay as you go, and each adjustment is $50. Or if you want, most people actually come in and they pay ahead of time, and we call that our care plans, financial care plans. And because that reduces our administration time and stuff, we're able to then pass the savings on to you. So that will then only be $5.50. So basically, you save $50 on adjustment.
Sounds pretty good.
So what would work best for you?
I would probably, can we do a half and half?
We can start off. That's fine. We'll talk to the front desk and get that all set up.
Okay.
So we are going to be starting with 3 times a week. Is mornings or afternoons better for you? Mornings. All right. So we'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Does that work well?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'll tell the front desk then to get that all set up, and then we'll get you adjusted now.
Okay.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Okay.